Hey, thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves today. Make sure you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. I really appreciate you taking your time to pop into my channel. Today, we are talking about still Porsha Williams and her soon-to-be husband, Simon Guobadia. Yes, because the plot thickens. You see chick right here, I believe her name is Jessica and not Rabbit. She's sitting in Simon's custom-made Ferrari, one of four of a kind with that color interior, and she made all kind of rounds in the last 72 hours claiming that she too was dating Simon and believed to be in a sort of relationship with him as recently as Mother's Day, when we got the news that Porsha and Simon were engaged. Oh man, I tell you the thing, you know, he put a ring on it on Mother's Day, so even if he did let this girl ride in the car on March 30th, even if he let her ride in the car on April 5th, who cares? He put a ring on it for Porsha on what it seems to be Mother's Day, which was, what was that, May 9th. So even if she rode in his car on on March 30th, and let's say March 30th, April, it overlapped with the meeting of Porsha, because Porsha and Simon confirmed they dated for a month as of Mother's Day, May 9th. That would put us to April 9th, a month before. So she's claiming to have been in his custom-made car, 9 days before him and Porsha would have had their first date. Who cares? Who cares if you guys went out and partied and he came to your house and fell asleep? Who cares? I don't care. That's what men do after they file for divorce, which he did. He did that, right? And when they want love, and he's a 56-year-old man. You think he has time to dilly-dally? No. He's going to be taking applications. He's going to be dating. He's going to be seeing who checked the boxes on his list that he made so clear in his March 30th. Actually, he did a March 30th IG where he had a list of boxes. And so if that girl ended up in the car because she was one of the boxes, she was cute. But I don't believe that they would have been equally yoked the way that he says he feels with Porsha, because she checks a lot more of his boxes. And hey, you win some, you lose some, doll. I'm sorry that you feel slighted somehow. She said she felt slighted. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. Porsha got the ring. You didn't. Stop making these rounds. She's kind of sounding really immature, at least in my opinion. You know, I don't know the girl, no hard feelings. I don't even have a horse in this race. But let's listen to her interview with the Jasmine brand and you decide.
And no one knows who you are. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a Georgia peach. I live right here in Buckhead. I'm always out in Buckhead, so people see me a lot. I'm like a little, I'm like, amateur, like a little socialite or whatever. Like a lot of people know me out here. So yeah,
Okay.
Jesse.
Okay. Very nice. Well, it's really nice to meet you, Jessica. And like I said, it's been, well, like you said, it's been a crazy day. And I know that you've seen the world's reaction to Porsha Williams news yesterday at Simon coming out that the two of them are engaged. But then you came out with your own claims that you had also been dating Simon or talking to Simon. Let's say that. Can you clear up and just tell your side of the story? When did you meet Simon?
I met Simon March 30th, and he appealed to me. Me, my best friend Corey, and some other friends met him at Red Martini. It's a really popular club out here. And we just met him. We didn't even know who he was, because honestly, I don't even watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. And no one knew who he was. We were just hanging out and stuff. Hanging out with him so much, having such a good time, that they kept the club open for us. And then he offered to take us home to my house. And when we came outside, he was there with his Rolls Royce. So we were like, oh, okay, so he's somebody. And then he stays at my house that night for 2 more hours, just talking about his divorce, just saying like, you know, like how depressed he was, he couldn't sleep, you know, like even pulled my friend to the side and was like, Jesse's so cool. I read everyone's future on my tarot cards and stuff. I'm not like totally into that. It was just kind of like something fun that I got at Modern Mystic.
Okay.
But like just having a good time and stuff, you know, and I just thought he was like a nice guy. You know, I was like, wow, okay, all right. You know, he's just cool. All right, I get it. You know, he's divorced. You know, he's talking about him being in like in the pool house and stuff, and they were completely done. So I mean, I never thought anything else. I thought he was just like, you know, just trying to get to know me. And even like through multiple text messages, he's just like, hey, like, I just really want to get to know you. I think you're super cool. So I'm like, okay. So we were hanging out under, I mean, to me, I was under the assumption that like it would become something, you know? Okay. So, I mean, it's like when I heard this, I was like, whoa, what? Like.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask this. When you were talking to Simon and you said he stayed at your house for 2 more hours, that was based on, the conversation was based on his finalization of his divorce. Did you guys?
Yeah, he was just, I mean, he was basically like, yeah, this divorce is done. I'm not officially divorced, but we're over, you know? Okay. Because otherwise I would have been like, handle that. But I mean, I was under the assumption that they were legally separated, not sleeping together, and like, that's it, you know?
Okay. He was constantly feeding you that once the divorce was final,
yeah, constantly,
you were gonna be together.
Exactly, constantly feeding the story of his weight room. To feeding me the story of like, once his divorce is finalized, that like, we can just pursue like an open relationship and like, everything is like cool,
Wow. Okay, so he actually said that to you, that he wanted a relationship.
Absolutely.
And to me too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my best friend was right there.
My best friend.
Yeah, my best friend here. She's been doing the, what do we call it? The comment what?
Clapbacks.
Comment clapbacks for me.
We all need that kind of friend in our lives.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so walk us through. You said after that you guys were like texting, talking.
Yeah, we spent the night at her house. That was on a later date.
I mean, this is going through we went
on a trip for my birthday. We were going to stay with my friends for a night. He said he wasn't comfortable with her staying over our friend's house and was like, I want you to stay at a hotel because I don't want you to stay at another gentleman's place.
Sent me money to get a nice hotel room. Sent me money to, when he went to Colombia recently, he sent me money and his assistant's phone number to like set up like my transportation to his hotel room. I bought the ticket to go to Medellin, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like we're hanging out like throughout, you know what I'm saying, like this entire time. So
how long was this happening? Were you guys
this is since March 30th. Until like what? Like a couple of weeks, like a week and a half ago.
We seen the video on Mother's Day, and I was like, oh,
we were confused.
I was like, oh, Simon must be hanging out with them because he's depressed about his divorce, and he's like, they must be friends. It was like a total, like he told her Happy Mother's Day. It's like we're thinking that it's just he's like taking a step back because he doesn't want to do his soon-to-be ex-wife wrong,
Yeah,
and he just a fake.
It's just like it's like there's no all it was just like, you're a fraud. We're watching you on your live talking about your wife, how she cheated, she does drugs, which I can address that later, and you're in all this kind of stuff when you're doing the same thing, It's like you're a hypocrite and you're a fraud, and I don't like that, you know what I'm saying? And like basically like it's like I just thought it was like really fucked up like the way that he did that,
Okay, so you guys the last communication you had, you said was about a week and a half ago?
Yeah, it was basically like, hey, like there's a lot of like media attention because I originally posted that picture of me in his Ferrari a long time ago when it first happened, which was like March 31st, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And I posted that picture and I had it up there and he was like, hey, because of that picture, there was like a lot of media blowback and I just really want to like finalize my divorce and kind of deal with that, so I was kind of like I was like yeah, no problem, like that's all good,
okay.
I have no problem with that. So that's kind of like where I thought that like that came from, but it was a lie, And it's like, I'm not upset about like, anything, but it's just like, don't lie to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So was there, because I want to be very clear about this, just so we can straighten it all out and give, everybody the right information from your perspective. There was nothing that happened to cause you guys to stop talking the last time you did talk. Like, it wasn't like y'all had a blow up or
no, there was no blow up. I just thought it was just him. I honestly, in my opinion, I was like, wow, like, he just wants to show like his ex-wife like a little bit of like respect. Like I totally understand that. And okay. I have totally the wrong impression of him. I was like, I thought he was a nice guy, like not like some scumbag, like the rest of the guys.
Can I ask
Atlanta for you?
Just a real question. Did you, and feel free to answer this or not, but did you guys sleep together?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if I say yes or no. So like, that's a personal question.
Yeah. And that's fine. And I appreciate you, being private on that. And the reason that I ask is just to know the extent of what Simon was doing as far as, dating around, because you were completely unaware of him.
Yeah.
Porsha.
Yeah. Completely unaware.
You were taken aback just like everybody else.
Completely unaware. And I'm not saying that we were ever in a relationship or anything like that. But all I was just saying is just like, like make it make sense to me. Like all the things that you're over here like preaching on your live, and all the things that you're preaching about, like, oh, I found love again, and oh, like she helped me to love again, and all this kind of stuff. I was like, make it make sense to me. How'd you find love while you're over here whipping me around in that Ferrari going 100 miles an hour, and my fucking hair all over the place got me looking crazy on these pictures? How you do that? Right. Make it make sense, Yeah,
you were for sure dating him at the same time that he was now claiming to be with Porsha.
Yeah, I mean, I can't lie from like the it says 5 weeks ago. It is what it is,
Yeah.
There's no lie in that. It's nothing but truth.
I'm sure you're aware, or maybe you're not, but Simon did go live before talking about his divorce and all of that stuff. And he, a lot of people blamed him, and he was alleging that Fallon had some, other things going on.
Yeah, I saw that live. I saw that. We all saw that live.
He said part of what he does is go, try to help women. He's attracted to women
really
who needs him. You don't feel like you were in that position with him?
I mean, like, he was never like rude to me or like mean to me or anything like that. It was just like, it was just not who he was, like the whole facade of like what he showed or whatever. He was just lying behind TED Talks and money,
Okay.
And he let his charisma.
So what do you think about what Jessica Harris had to say to the Jasmine brand? I think that the reason I said it sounds immature is because why are you doing so many interviews? But you sound a little confusing because you acknowledge you were not in a relationship with him. People date. It wasn't exclusive. What's the big deal? I'm not really sure. Anyway, in the meantime, part of the other reason I was bringing the story to us today is because Simon put his money where his mouth is. He is offering $70,000 if anyone can have certifiable proof that he cheated on his ex-wife, Fallon Guobadia, between the date of their marriage in June 2019 and the date that he filed for divorce in January 2021. He's offering $50,000 if you can say he cheated. And then he's offering another $20,000 if, my bad, not another $20,000. Look at that right there. It's $25,000 for any receipts showing that this actually happened, that I was dating someone at the same time that I was dating my fiance, Porsha. Because we have a timeline issue. Let's read this. He's saying that if you can give me proof that I cheated between 6/14/2019, the date of my marriage, and 1/15/2021, the date of the initial divorce filings, I have $50,000 waiting for you. In the meantime, we have timeline issues with someone claiming to have dated me at the same time as my fiance, Porsha, Jessica Harris. And if you can prove it to me with receipts, I have $25,000 for you too. That's $75,000, people. Did you know that Fallon's prenup only allowed her to get a $50,000 payout in addition to her proceeds, her half of the proceeds from selling their house? So she's getting a $50,000 bag after being married from 6/14/2019 to 1/15/2021, and it just got settled here on April 26th, they said, of 2021, but it's still not recorded yet or whatever. But they're technically divorced. This is a technicality, you guys. And so he is going hard. He is like, look, the ring on this finger right here for Porsha is true. I'm not sure why these people are trying to disparage me, but he knows that money, that cash is king. So if anybody out here, any of these gold diggers can come forth with any type of receipt, then he'll pay you guys. So I guess if Jessica has further proof besides her best friend co-signing everything she says, then she's about to get a $50,000 or $25,000 back. Anyway, that was our story for today. Again, shout out to Porsha Williams and Simon Guobadia. It's looking like they are really putting this together, you guys. I'm going to do one other little story about this later because Simon has been doing some traveling and he did not go with Porsha, but Sheree Whitfield was on the same trip. So we're going to get into that in the next video. Thanks again for tuning in to Larger Curves. Leave a comment down below. Do you think that the offer of money is proof that he feels confident he's not a cheater and that there's nothing suspect about his relationship with Porsha and that he's not a player? And do you think that Jessica Harris, I mean, it's her life. She has a right to say exactly what's happening in her life, but I'm not real sure what her end game is if you as in she, even acknowledges that it was not a relationship. She doesn't even seem like she was really that into him. She seems like she was really into the Rolls Royce and the car that can go 100 miles in 15 seconds flat, and the travel arrangements and the money and all of the stuff. You know, she seemed really into that stuff. But I don't know that she's even hurt or dismayed that they didn't have an authentic love connection, which it seems that he had with Porsha. So anyway, all's fair in love and war, people. Leave a comment down below. Thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.